There on the front page of the Guardian today. WIKE defends Tinubu's reforms, dismisses Obi Atiku's ambition. PFIPC contractor tells reps he was scammed by DME after paying 400 million naira. Tinubu unveils major military welfare packages, 80% pay rise for soldiers. That's also from the Guardian today. ADC Rulak Shore fault state police bill over transparency and timing. WAFCON, federal government unkept $100,000 promise rocks Super Falcons camp. 21 feared dead, 37 abducted as bandits raid Sokoto and Plateau communities. Police shot Abuja Stadium over security threat. Front page of the Guardian today. Let's go to the Vanguard newspaper now. WIKE Northern youth at war over Onayekon. Cardinal Onayekon not impartial. He took sides in 2023, says WIKE. He spoke truth on hardship. That's a northern youth. Bishops have right to criticize government. Amechi will stand with Onayekon. That's the Catholic Bishops Conference of Nigeria Middlebelt Forum, where he spoke out of concern for Nigeria, not malice. That's the Catholic Council. Those are the riders to that story on the front page of the Vanguard this morning. Let's quickly continue from the Vanguard now. Reps committee to interrogate alleged PFIPC DG as undisclosed location and date. Businessman explained how he paid 400 million naira for contract. Stop new loans until revenue improves. Ex-YFM DG Ekpo tells federal government. Otelola eyes over 50% stake, says he's invested over 600 billion naira in the bank. Nigeria to lose over 50% of UK aid as US, Europe/foreign assistance. 21% feared dead, 37 abducted as terrorists attack Sokoto community. Dealers effect petrol diesel depot price cut. That's also from the Vanguard today. I walked away from power rather than compromise my integrity. Tinubu approves a pay rise for 250,000 armed forces personnel. That's on the front page of the Vanguard today. Let's go to the Punch newspaper now. Military salaries hit 924 billion as President Tinubu approves pay rise. 250,000 military personnel to enjoy 30% to 80% salary increment. Retired generals back Tinubu's military pay upgrade demand modern weapons. We will continue to prioritize troops' welfare and modernize the armed forces, says President. DHQ reopens surrender window for Southeast gunmen. Police summon very dark man quiz AIG over allegations. 2027 ADC fires back as WIKE dismisses Amechi's reverse influence. Robbers shoot LASU graduates during attack on POS operator. A federal government unveils a major reform bans street begging. Doctors suspend strike as presidency brokers truce. A federal government votes 2.5 trillion naira for Abuja Lokoja Enugu Port Harcourt Road. That's also on the front page of the Punch today. Fake agency probe reps to grow controversial DG at undisclosed location. How I paid 400 million for phantom contract, businessman tells reps panel. That's also on the front page of the Punch this morning. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we get back, we'll be analyzing the top stories across the dailies. Do stay with us.
Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9.
The Oyo State government, under the leadership of Governor 𝐂𝐈𝐒 has inaugurated a judicial commission of inquiry into the abduction of students and teachers in 𝐶𝐈𝐒 and Yawota communities of Orire local government area. The commission is part of the governor's commitment to thoroughly investigate the incident, establish the facts, and make recommendations that will help prevent a recurrence. Members of the public, especially victims, witnesses, and anyone with relevant information are invited instructed to submit memoranda to assist the Commission in carrying out its assignments. The memoranda should be addressed to the Secretary, Judicial Commission of Inquiry into the Abduction of Students and Teachers in 𝐂𝐿 and YAWOTA communities of Orire Local Government Area of Oyo State. Submissions can also be made physically at the Conference Room, Office of the Head of Service, Secretariat, Agodi Ibadan, or via mail at OYSJCE@gmail.com. Be rest assured that all details will be treated with utmost confidentiality. All memoranda must be submitted on or before Friday, August 14th, 2026. Announcer, Barrister Mrs. Olamide Sandra Teller, Secretary, Judicial Commission of Inquiry.
Before, my family can go 1 week without drama. 1 week, 1 wahala. Maggie, oh, love, oh, me and Maggie so good together. Yeah. Okay, now my Maggie make it right. Come with peace, oh, peace. Oh, no, come at all, oh, before. Maggie, oh, Maggie, oh, love, oh, me and Maggie so good together.
Life no dey stand for one place sake of say person get headache, backache, muscle ache, menstrual pain or toothache. That's na why millions of people dem trust Panadol Extra. Dem don prove in combination for clinic saying dey give extra relief for pain wey tough. If e no be Panadol, e no fit be like Panadol. Make you always dey read the label before una use am. If the symptoms no comot after 3 days, abeg go see your doctor or physician.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Yes.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further. Milo!
Before, my family can go 1 week without drama. 1 week, 1 wahala. Maggie, oh, love, oh, me and Maggie so good together. Yeah. Okay, now my Maggie make it right. Come with peace, oh, peace. Oh, no, come at all, oh, before. Maggie, oh. Together. Me and Maggie so good together.
Start your day and have a good time.
Ħ-Ħtibu Krima.
Even when you need to clear your eyes.
Ħ-Ħtibu Krima.
Or when you need to have the break time.
Ħ-Ħtibu Krima.
If not tea, Papa Garita.
Ħ-Ħtibu Krima. Ħ-Ħtibu Krima. 𝐂𝐈𝐒 Krima. 𝐂𝐈𝐒 Krima.
Good time moments with 𝐂𝐈𝐒 Krima.
𝐂𝐈𝐒 Krima.
Ibadan, Amala Fest 2026 is here. Let's eat and celebrate. When the rhythm drops, the taste buds dance. The biggest celebration of our heritage is back. 32 FM 94.9 proudly presents the Ultimate Food Festival, Amala Fest 2026, the second edition. Mark your calendars. Get ready for an explosion of culture, music, and endless flow of authentic Amala. Whether you like it dark and rich or light and fluffy, we've got you covered. Paired with the ultimate soup combinations, ewedu, begiri, ila, and rich eforiro. And let's not forget the assorted proteins, freshly cooked meat, tender pomo, and savory fish, all swimming in mouth-watering stew. Taste the best from the most legendary Amala spot exports across the region, from Bibi Ray Food Canteen to the famous Iya Dija Alamala at Deoyo and the iconic Iya Oyo Alamala Gbaremu Market, and so many more. But wait, there's more. Show us what you've got in our exciting food challenges, the ultimate Amala Eater, who can finish a mountain of Amala in record time, the Amala Pounding Master, the ultimate test of strength for the best texture, the fast eating champion, speed, precision, and pure appetite. To participate, pick up your form at Laughter House, Mokola, Ibadan. Venue for the event, the Recreation Club opposite Adamasiba, Ibadan. Date, August 29th, 2026. Come ready to eat, laugh, and celebrate the rich taste of Yoruba culture. Get your tickets now at Laughter House for just 3,000 naira, or call us directly on 0806 218 5194. Amala Fest 2026, proudly sponsored by Regal and Maggie. Me and Maggie, so good together.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n, mo máa gbọ́ pé Lafarge ti pààrọ̀ orúkọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, Lafarge Africa PLC ti porúkọ dà di HBM Nigeria PLC. Orúkọ ti yí padà, ṣùgbọ́n ojúlówó sìmẹ́ǹtì tá à ń pèsè ò yí padà. Sìmẹ́ǹtì tó pójú owó tó ṣe é gbáralé àtàwọn ohun èlò ilé kíkọ́ tá a fi kọ́ afárá mainland kẹta. Gbọ̀ngàn ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin àgbà, afárá Niger kínní àti èkejì. Ilé gogoro Cocoa House ńbàdàn. Gbọ̀ngàn National Theatre àtàwọn ilé ńlá míì káàkiri Nàìjíríà látọdún 1960. HBM Nigeria PLC tá a mọ̀ sí Lafarge Africa PLC tẹ́lẹ̀ ó kọjá ilé kíkọ́.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back. Papers Review, 32 FM 94.9, your laughter station. Let's quickly begin the analysis of the stories now. We have Mr. Femi Olukunle with us in the studio to help us go beyond the headlines and break down the stories for us this morning. Good to have you, Mr. Olukunle. Good morning, sir.
Thank you so very much, Toba. I'm so glad to be with you this morning.
All right, let's start off with some bit of good news, as some people have called it, depending on how you look at it. That's the pay rise approved by the president for military officers in the country. So the president has approved a salary increase of between 30 and 80% for about 250,000 personnel of the armed forces, raising the annual wage bill from 660 billion to 924 billion, in what has been the biggest upward review of military salaries under his administration. Now, with this new pay structure, which will take effect from the 1st of September, the highest increases to junior personnel, with soldiers from the rank of private to staff sergeant to receive an 80% increment. Warrant officers to colonel will get 50% increment, while brigadier generals to general will earn 30% more added to what they are earning right now. I mean, this has been on the front burner for a while, especially if you consider the dangers and the risk associated with this kind of job. Risking your life, many of them die in the line of duty, trying to protect the territorial integrity of our country. What do you make of this decision by the president?
Let me start from where you have stopped. Yes. That some of them, many of them die in line of duty. Yes, there is no job that doesn't have its own hazard.
Yes.
And anyone, I was made to understand that anybody who wants to go to Nigerian Defense Academy fills a form, and the parents are made to fill a form that should your son be injured, or should the person get killed, you will not take us to court.
Yes.
So that tells the serious risk in taking up that kind of job. So that is not to say that I'm undermining their services or their willingness to put their life at stake for the country. So we praise them very well, very, very much for that. And we thank them for the work they are doing to stabilize our nation, to snatch our nation from the clutches of those irresponsible elements who don't allow us to rest. So we give kudos to them. Now, I thank President Tinubu very well. In fact, when I was reading that story, something came to my mind, that if the salaries of the military have been so bad to the extent that everybody is talking, and we had heard military administrations in the past and this military head of state did not take care of their immediate constituency. It's so bad. It's so bad. So we had soldiers who lamented that they took 50,000 naira as salaries and that they wanted to leave the theater of war to visit their families, and the money they had with them could not take them home. So it's terrible. And there is a man who is a member of armed forces in the United States. When my wife and I converted his dollar salary into its equivalent in Nigeria. Nigeria is a naira. It was a lot of millions. How will that one not want to die for that country? And incidentally, that person is an Igbo person. He's an Igbo man. He's a Nigerian. He even comes home frequently. So when you give these people encouragement, they will do the work very well. If a soldier is at the war front, one is risking his life, then he's thinking about the school fees of his children, feeding of his children, and the parents will say, "Hey, Chinedu, your mother is expecting you to send something because she needs attention medically." Yeah. So how can such a person have a serious commitment to the job he's doing? How can he perform optimally? So what President Tinubu has done is very, very beautiful. It's a welcome development. It's one thing that we have always been shouting over. Even in this studio, we've been talking about upkeep of our soldiers, police, and the rest of them. So we give it. We give a thumb up to for President Tinubu, and we want him to do something similar for the police, for the immigration officers, customs officers who make money, who generate a lot of money for the country. Right. Should also be taken care of. So we thank him for this beautiful.
Mr. Femi, quick one before we leave this story. Do you think that this also reflects commitment? Because you talked about how, especially those at the lower echelon of the rank, you know, they are the ones we hear from the most, right? They talk about how very meager their pay is. So now they are the ones that will benefit the most. 80%, right? That's what they would see. But those from brigadier general to general above will just see about 30%. Those from I think corporal or thereabouts will see 50% increment. But the fact that those from private, the lower echelon, will see 80%, do you think it reflects that need to? Because the ones at lower echelon are actually the combatant soldiers. They are the ones. Or the others are the strategists and all of that. Exactly. So do you think it reflects that commitment?
Honestly, it's well structured. It is beautifully structured. So, you know, when I was reading that story, I remembered my geography teacher in secondary school. He said, there was one maxim in geography that says the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. Yeah. So, but in this structure, new structure for the military, even those at the bottom of at the lowest rung of the ladder, they are made to smile more than the people up there. So I think the structure is so beautiful because I didn't mean that they didn't do it that way. The people, the generals, the major generals, the lieutenant generals, brigadier generals, colonel, they will have been the heavy beneficiaries. But we have been lamenting over the state of financial state of the people at the bottom of the ladder. Yeah. And then the structure has taken care of their interests. It is a beautiful development. So we thank God.
All right, let's leave that story, but we'll still stay within security, realm. So the Defense Headquarters has expanded the surrender policy for non-state actors. I think it's tagged Operation Safe Corridor. So the Punch is reporting that this policy was previously limited to repentant terrorists and bandits operating in the Northeast, Northwest, and North Central. That this policy now has been extended to other armed groups and non-state actors in the Southeast, especially the South, and the Southwest. Now, the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Michael Onoja, disclosed this in Abuja, responding to questions on the recent surrender of some militants to the troops of Operation Udoka in the southeastern part of the country. So he was asked whether the surrender option had been extended beyond insurgency regions. He answered yes, says people are welcome to surrender. So they say there's a window now for people to lay down their arms. So that's gone beyond the Northeast, because I know the police in the Northeast and the Northwest are generating a lot of controversy. That what do you mean by repentant terrorists, repentant bandits? Why are they being forgiven or reintegrated into society? But now they're saying the window is open even in the Southeast. Although in the Southeast, these people attacked unknown gunmen despite the havoc that they wreak in that region as well. They attacked unknown gunmen. In the Northeast, they attacked bandits or insurgents or terrorists. You know, that's the latest from the Defense Headquarters. What do you make of this, extending it to other regions?
I don't like it at all. In the first instance, if you look at those people in the Southeast, those gunmen in the Southeast,
yes,
who are the people that are being killed by these people? The Southeasterners.
Yes.
They are people. The people in the Northeast, Northwest, who are the major casualties, they are people over there. So why must you kill your people? What's the reason for killing any human being, whether they come from your region or not? Why must you kill when you are not God, one, and you are not law? So you cannot kill. Even a soldier cannot kill except he's sent to war front. A policeman cannot kill. He can only arrest and take them to Temple of Justice. It is the law that can kill, and that is after God. So for somebody now to pick up arms and start killing your fellow human beings, and more especially people from your region, what is your interest? So it's against common sense. Now
they're surrendering.
I don't believe in anybody surrendering, because we have discussed this thing in this studio about 2 weeks or thereabouts ago, when they talked about this repentant terrorists or whatever.
Yes,
I quickly went to the constitution of the country.
Yeah.
What does it say? It does not say that if you repent, if you surrender, you cannot be tried. That even if you walked up to the police station, that yes, you have killed somebody, it doesn't stop the police from prosecuting you. So for these people who call themselves repentant terrorists, you can imagine how many people they have killed, how many people they have maimed, how many houses they have burnt, how many towns and villages they have destroyed, how many economies they have crippled, household economies that they have crippled.
Yes.
And then they have sent some people to IDP camps, and those ones are there. Somebody told me that, how can I be seeing somebody who killed my mother or my father, and we are in the same mosque, we are praying together? How can I concentrate on that prayer? That no, I will not allow it. It is only God that will judge the case, because I will retaliate. Somebody said it online. So my own position is that whether somebody repents or not, that does not wash away the crime that person or those persons have perpetrated, and the law is there to take its course.
And then I noticed that in the South, we call them unknown gunmen, despite the fact that that region has witnessed persistent insecurity in recent years, including attack on security operatives, attack on government facilities, and by civilian armed groups, by various armed groups in that region. People have been attacked. There have been different reports, and usually it comes under the tag of unknown gunmen. There are those who say, how do you say unknown gunmen when this itself is an act of terrorism? Because when people start living in fear in their own community, when you start attacking government facility, attacking, the symbol of the national symbol, that's the armed forces or the military personnel, that in itself is terrorism. That's one. Number two, that I want to get a reaction on is that, do you think that this policy has now been extended perhaps to kill the narrative that certain region is being favored over the other? Because that has been the narrative when this was previously limited to the Northeast and the theater of war in the insurgency area. Now it has been extended. In fact, this report says that the police recovered a large cache of arms, AK-47 rifle, magazines, special ammunition, locally fabricated firearms from this so-called repentant unknown gunmen in the South. Do you think it kills that narrative?
Now,
those two questions.
The first question, they call them unknown gunmen because, they call them unknown gunmen for want of how to describe them. In the north, we have Boko Haram, Lakurawa, Qaeda, all of them. They have their own different nomenclatures.
Yes.
But these ones, aside from the time we had IPOB, IPOB has been it has been prescribed. Thank you. They have been described as a.
Please hold that thought, sir. We need to take this break. Okay. So when we get back, you respond to those two questions, and then we'll continue the conversation on the Break It Down Papers Review. 32 FM 94.9. Just stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
Life no dey stand for one place sake of say person get headache, backache, muscle ache, menstrual pain or toothache. That's na why millions of people dem trust Panadol Extra. Dem don prove in combination for clinic saying dey give extra relief for pain wey tough. If e no be Panadol, e no fit be like Panadol. Make you always dey read the label before una use am. If the symptoms no comot after 3 days, abeg go see your doctor or physician.
Say after me. Millions of Naira shall locate us as we take part in the Milo Text and Win promo.
Millions of Naira shall locate us as we take part in the Milo Text and Win promo.
Get texting. More than 2 million people will share billions in cash and prizes, including 6 brand new cars. Buy any 20-gram Milo promo sachet. Find a unique code inside. Then dial star 8011 star 4 hash or scan the QR code on the pack and you could win big. Buy more, win more. Promo starts July 1st to October. Milo.
Before, my family can't go 1 week without drama. 1 week, one wahala. Maggie, oh, love, oh, me and Maggie so good together. Yeah, okay, now my Maggie make it right. Come with peace, oh, oh, no, come at all, oh, before, Maggie, oh. Together, me and Maggie so good together.
èèmọ̀ lókùtù pẹ́bẹ́ àdìo tá ń làwọn màálù tí ń rìn káàkiri láì lóríṣìí yìí níbi ayé lajúdé yìí káwọn kan tó máa da màálù káàkiri ìgboro kó màálù wọnú oko olóko ẹ̀ ń bá ní nǹkan ọ̀sìn ewúrẹ́ tẹ ìdórí màálù ó wá bìkan ṣe lọ́jọ́ kí wọ́n yé rìn káàkiri ìgboro ó ti dòfin o ó ti dìwà ọ̀daràn àti màálù àtẹni ní màálù ni wọ́n jọ jólàǹbà lábẹ́ òfin àjọ tí ń rí sí ìbọ̀wọ̀ fún òfin ohun ìmúlò òfin nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ State Rule of Law Enforcement Authority ló ń ké tantan o àtàtẹ̀yàn tá a wí lọ́rọ̀ tí ò gbọ́ ń bọ̀ wá figbá kéré mú mi kíkan ẹ̀yẹ dá màálù kágboro nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
Start your day and have a good time. 𝐃𝐈𝐒, even when you need to clear your eyes.
𝐃𝐈𝐒,
and when you need to have the break time.
𝐃𝐈𝐒,
if not tea, papa garita.
𝐃𝐈𝐒, 𝐃𝐈𝐒.
Good time moments with 𝐃𝐈𝐒.
𝐃𝐈𝐒.
ẹ̀gbọ́n wọ́n máa gbọ́ pé Lafarge ti pààrọ̀ orúkọ.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o Lafarge Africa PLC ti porúkọ dà di HBM Nigeria PLC orúkọ ti yí padà ṣùgbọ́n ojúlówó sìmẹ́ǹtì tá à ń pèsè ò yí padà sìmẹ́ǹtì tó pójú owó tó ṣe é gbáralé àtàwọn ohun èlò ilé kíkọ́ tá a fi kọ́ afárá mainland kẹta gbọ̀ngàn ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà afárá Niger kínní àti èkejì ilé gogoro Cocoa House ńbàdàn gbọ̀ngàn National Theatre àtàwọn ilé ńlá míì káàkiri Nàìjíríà látọdún 1960. HBM Nigeria PLC tá a mọ̀ sí Lafarge Africa PLC tẹ́lẹ̀ ó kọjá ilé kíkọ́.
Nuderica smoky jollof, firewood cook smoky flavor, the aroma so inviting, smoky jollof so delicious.
Neil Derica's smoky jollof tomato seasoning mix, so smoky, just like Mama's.
And my memories came alive. Derica, so smoky jollof. Derica, smoky jollof, just like Mama's.
Ọlọ́run gbogbo àgbáyé bàbá wa kọ́ wa ká lè máa fẹ́ràn ara.
The Oyo State government, under the leadership of Governor 𝐂𝐈𝐒, has inaugurated a judicial commission of inquiry into the abduction of students and teachers in 𝐶𝐿 and YAWOTA communities of Orire local government area. The commission is part of the governor's commitment to thoroughly investigate the incident, establish the facts, and make recommendations that will help prevent a recurrence. Members of the public, especially victims, witnesses, and anyone anyone with relevant information are invited to submit memoranda to assist the Commission in carrying out its assignment. The memoranda should be addressed to the Secretary, Judicial Commission of Inquiry into the Abduction of Students and Teachers in 𝐂𝐈𝐒 and 𝐷𝐻𝐿 communities of Orire Local Government Area of Oyo State. Submissions can also be made physically at the Conference Room, Office of the Head of Service, Secretariat, Agodi Ibadan, or via mail at OYSJCE@gmail.com. Be rest assured that all details will be treated with utmost confidentiality. All memoranda must be submitted on or before Friday, August 14th, 2026. Announcer, Barrister Mrs. Olamide Sandra Tella, Secretary, Judicial Commission of Inquiry.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back. Break It Down Papers Review, 32 FM 94.9, 6 minutes past 7 o'clock. We're still analyzing the top stories across the dailies. Mr. Femi Olukunle is here with us this morning. So before we went on that break, you were about responding to the two questions I posed regarding the Southeast.
Yes. So I remember telling you that for want of name, for want of nomenclature, they call them unknown gunmen. They are unlike it's not that they are faceless, but they don't have name tagged to their activities, nefarious activities. That's why Nigeria called them unknown gunmen. But whether they are known or unknown, they have no right to pick up rifles and start killing human beings. So that is that. Then about the fact that they have now spread the largesse, so to say, to them. I mean,
to other regions,
because they have repented.
Yes,
I don't believe that Nigerian government should be playing Father Christmas. Even when you want to play Father Christmas, it's not this type of Father Christmas that we need you to play. These people have murdered people. Majority of them are murderers. They have maimed people. They have destroyed so many things. Facilities of government. They have killed soldiers and what have you. And then you say you extend the fellowship to them. You give them largesse, and then you are pampering them. I don't believe in it. In fact, I vehemently go against it. So I am on the side of the law. If you kill, let them arrest you. Let them take you to Temple of Justice, and let the court treat you according to what our law books say. That's justice.
All right, let's quickly leave that one. We'll go to this one from the cable. Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, former Rivers State governor, had is another media chat yesterday where he spoke about different issues, the opposition, Rivers politics, and all of that. On Rivers politics, he says he blamed external forces for his decision to oppose the second-term ambition of Siminalayi Fubara, the governor of Rivers State. He spoke on Tuesday during his monthly media chat in Abuja. He said he discovered that some individuals were seeking to make him politically irrelevant in the state through the governor. That's why he decided to intervene and ensure that nobody hijacked Rivers politics. He was governor between 2015 and 2023. Was widely reported to have played a prominent role in Fubara's emergence as his successor. So during the media chat, Wike alleged that some individuals who initially opposed Fubara's emergence later became close to him with the intention of undermining him as a political ally. He said, there was a time we all thought and agreed we should allow bygones to be bygones, but something became fundamental. We all met and said, if we allow this guy to continue, there are those who will make us politically irrelevant in the state. There are those who would hijack River State politics. Of course, he has decided to go the way of Kingsley Chinda. Fubara has also accepted he's not going for a second term. What do you make of Wike's statement that there were external forces that were trying to influence Fubara to make him politically relevant? And he said, no, I won't allow that. And that was why he opposed his second term ambition.
I think he's just trying to launder his image. I mean, Wike is trying to launder his image because he knows that he had done a lot of damage in that state. Those who he claimed in that during that media chat that they influenced negatively the governor, they are the owners of the state. The state doesn't belong to Wike. All the indigenes of River State are the owners of that state, but not all of them have voices that can be heard in the media. So those of them who believe that one man cannot just be calling the shots, cannot be dictating, more especially controlling a sitting governor, those are the reasonable ones. So, and for him, who says he wants to be politically relevant.
Yeah.
What relevance are you talking about? You want to be dictating what takes, what goes and what goes not, and you want everybody to see you as the thing God, as the father of politics in that place. I mean, some people had been governors before you. They retired and they are quiet. In my own state, we have had people. Oshoba is there.
But there are also power brokers in different states, right? You know, because I remember when they unveiled, for instance, sorry to come in here, when they unveiled the former senator in Lagos, Yayi, as the APC governorship candidate, you could see some of these individuals that you mentioned. They remain power brokers, even though they are former governors. Perhaps Wike still wants to remain a power broker, but back when they see the power broker in Osun State.
You mean Yayi or Amzat?
No, in Ogun State. I'm talking about Ogun State.
Okay.
You know, former Governor Oshoba was there. You know, former Governor Daniel was there as well. Even in Lagos, you saw, you know, former Governor Ambode.
Yes.
So they are always power brokers in different states.
If you talk about those two gentlemen,
yes,
I mean, there are some things. The political barometer is working positively for them.
Yes.
If you look at Ogun State, Yayi comes from Yewa side.
Yes.
Yewa, in the 50 years of existence of Ogun State, has never produced a governor.
Yeah.
So, and this man, if you see, anytime he says he wants to empower people, if you see the kind of things he gives to people, you know that it's not miserly. So he has watered the ground. He has touched so many lives, to the extent that people will sympathize with him and his area.
Yeah, I understand.
And the same thing with Amzat.
Yes.
Amzat was to be governor before Sanwo-Olu.
Yes.
And I think Ambode too. So he's been patient. He's a patient dog. So that's why people will look at their side. But for Wike, I am not taking it from him that he's a past governor.
Yes, and he wants to remain a power broker.
And he wants to remain a power
broker. So what is wrong in being a power broker?
Forcefully. He's a modus
If Oshoba is a power broker in Ogun State.
Oshoba has not made noise like Wike. Wike is doing it in a rough manner. That whether you people like it or not, I must. It's like a person that is holding the horns of a bull. You know, the bull will be fighting for freedom, and you that are holding the horns, you will be fighting that I will not leave this thing lest it tramples upon me when it gains freedom. That is what Wike is doing. Yes, Oshoba is a power broker.
Yes.
He is not a noise maker like Wike. And we have many power brokers all over the country.
Makinde is about to be a power broker in your state.
It's about to.
Yes.
So,
with Bimbo Adekombi. So what's wrong with Wike also saying, okay, I chose my successor in Fubara earlier. I don't want him anymore. I want another successor.
The question you will ask is,
yes, what
caused their trouble? I have always asked
said people, external forces influenced him.
It is not external forces. It started from him. When you have a cabinet, and out of a 10-man cabinet, you are having about 6 or 7. So, and the governor will say, what is this? Then, and aside from that, then when you want to spend beyond millions or billions,
yes,
I must know. And then, you know, he infiltrated that cabinet too much to the extent that that person was saying that, give me a breathing space a little. And then Wike was saying that, who brought you here? I brought you here now. You cannot dictate to me. I must dictate to you.
Didn't he know what he was getting into?
Now, because that man, in fact, I don't, if not because I'm a journalist and I have to analyze these stories,
yes,
I don't want to analyze Fubara any longer.
Yeah.
Because Fubara that I thought, that I spoke in favor of, because I don't like the modus operandi of Wike, I thought Fubara was going to be a Spartan-like person. My history teacher told me in secondary school that Spartan people, they die, they don't surrender. But instead of him standing for whatever he believed he stood for, he chickened out and he died. I mean, metaphorically,
yeah,
he died. So, and what is happening now is that Wike is dancing on his grave. He's dancing on his grave. He's celebrating his own victory. And I hate this. I hate this story.
I understand, Mr. Femi Lukule, but I just want to ask you, because can we exonerate Fubara out of all of it? Because we're not there when they agreed on whatever was going to happen. So he knew what he was getting into. He knew who Wike was. So why did he take the battle to him if he wasn't ready in the first place?
You see, Fubara, those who say Fubara is not a politician, I agree with them. Fubara was an accountant, and then he was not even supposed to be director general in that department. Yeah. Wike elevated him above some seniors. And then Wike deliberately used him to become the governor for whatever reason. That is not known to me. Now, and for him to have entered into agreement with Wike, it shows that is naive. It shows that he knows nothing about politics. And Wike, who knew what he wanted to do, just pushed him into it. By the time he realized, it was probably too late for him.
All right, so you can be a part of the conversation now. 0906 2000 949 0705 5000 949 009 7000 949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Ade from UI.
Go ahead, sir.
I just want Nigeria to, in all this, couple together. I listened to Amechi yesterday on TV, and I listened to many things that are going on in the country in the last few days. From the president saying that we've been at all costs for what's going on in Osun State, from Pacific Saga, from Wike enforcing everybody, from people enforcing on Ayekon. My brother, my question, how do we change this character in government now? My brother in that studio there, can you compare this character with the character of Yadua T? Can you compare the character with the character of Jonathan T? How do we change this character in government? Because that's the one is causing bad government. If this character like when they're in power, they can sell it 12, they sell for 5,000 naira, and some people will be supporting them. That's because of religion and tribalism. How do we change this character in government? Because if you allow them, it will destroy this country. There are some characters that are the believers, there are some characters that are not fit to the leaders.
Okay.
That's the best of today.
All right, 0906 2000 949 0705 5000 949 009 7000 949. Facebook 32FM 949 Fenye. Let me take this. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
We cannot compare the style of Eastern Wiki with Governor Seyi Makinde with other governors that have successors with peaceful agreement. Eastern Wiki has never been a peaceful man. He's saying policies of all this during the time of late Ali Dubu. He's saying politics of do or die. So his character does not fit the democracy at all. That is that. Regarding the what is going on in Osun State, Adeleke should continue to seek the face of his people. He must not rely on the federal government because they don't used to stick to agreement. Same thing happened in the State Governor Seyi Makinde. Same thing happened to Aregbesola. Same thing happened to Fayemi and others. That's my submission. Good morning.
All right, good morning. 0906 2000 949 0705 5000 949. And Mr. Olukunle, I mean, Governor Wike, former Governor Wike also, lent his voice to the trending issue regarding the reactions that have trailed the comments made by Cardinal John Onayekon. He said that, the clergyman is not neutral. He's partisan. That in fact he showed his hand in 2023 that his statement cannot be seen as somebody that was just trying to criticize government. Although former Rivers State Governor, Rotimi Amechi also reacted, speaking in favor of Onayekon, criticizing Wike, saying that he has zero political value and is a political liability as well. I mean, the statement by Cardinal Onayekon has been in the news for some time now. It looks like it's not going away. What do you make of the reactions that have trailed it? Especially, so on both sides, I've had different arguments, right? There are those who say, well, why can't people criticize Onayekon when people have dragged the name of Professor Wole Soyinka Nobel laureate for the statement he made regarding the 2023 elections when he, gave his own assessment of it. There were those who, insulted him on social media and all of that, why didn't we call that out at the time? Why are we calling this out now, making it seem as though it's only those who speak against the government that deserve to be commended, not those who speak in their favor. No, so those are some of the things I've heard.
Anybody has the right to speak, to say whatever they want. Yeah. If you want to abuse Onayekon, abuse him. But I want to correct something. That speech made by Cardinal Onayekon did not belong to him. It belonged to Catholic denomination. So the Catholic bishops, the heads, the leaders of that denomination went to see the president. So it was the denomination that was speaking, not Cardinal Onayekon. he was only representing the denomination. He was the voice of all the bishops, the leaders of that denomination. So for anybody to be saying that Onyeka said this, he's a politician, he's partisan, it is wrong. Just say that Catholic Church is partisan.
Okay.
That's now.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to quickly add this so you can sum it up together.
Okay.
As much as a clergyman is a citizen of the country, do you think they should openly? Because one of the issue here is Wike is saying that he openly supported the candidates in 2023. We also saw how the 2023 elections played out. I mean, I saw videos of clergymen endorsing candidates, on their pulpits. In fact, some of them were prophesying that a certain candidate was going to be arrested, the election was going to go this way, something was going to happen on the 29th of May. I saw some of these things. Do you think that should happen? There were clergymen who were saying that I'm not going to vote for this person. I don't think this church should also vote. So these are some of the issues people have raised, that as a clergyman, even if you have you should keep your cards close to your chest, right? Even if you have a preferred candidate, don't say it openly. That shows you're partisan.
No, you see, this is the way. This is the thing. Every clergy has the right to support a candidate, but they don't have any right to talk on the pulpit of the Most High God to make that pulpit dirty through political statements. You don't have to politicize the pulpit. You don't have to campaign for anybody during church service. If Cardinal Nayekon, if Pastor Adeboye stood outside as a man and says, okay, I love candidate A, it is different from saying it at a redemption camp when he's preaching to large number of people. That is very, very wrong. God doesn't even like it. But every man is a political animal.
Yes.
Every person, every Nigerian knows who he supports. So if any one of them chooses, they may say it outside, but not in the church. However, what Cardinal Onoyekon went to do in the Aso Rock Villa, it was not himself, but he spoke on behalf of all the bishops of Catholic Church.
Yes.
So Catholic Church was speaking, not Onoyekon, in that regard. Two, everyone that is taking Cardinal Onoyekon to Golgotha, to be nailed to the cross. The question I want to ask them is this: are they killing people in Nigeria or not? When he said Nigeria is bleeding, are they killing people? Are people dying or not dying? Two, are they stealing Nigeria's money? Is there corruption in Nigeria or not? Three, are Nigerians living well? Are they eating well? Can they locomote well? Is there free locomotion? Are they able to pay for transportation? Cost of services and goods, are they clement to the people? That is the question I must ask. I know that any politician that wants to answer these questions, we answer positively. Maybe those ones are not living in Nigeria. They are living in the space where everything is okay. I mean, they are living in El Dorado where all things are okay. But for those who are living in Nigeria, I am a Nigerian and I'm living in Nigeria. I know that all is not well. And it is good to tell the president. What I expected the president to say is that, okay, I know. But it is work in progress. We are working on it. That will it wouldn't have generated any controversy. But the president was saying that before I was born, there had been poverty or there had been hunger. Now the president must know now that hunger that he said had been in existence before he was born. That cannot be true, because the president was not born in 1960. Before Nigeria was made, the president was born, and those times there was no, we didn't know any scarcity. People didn't know any scarcity. Even when Nigeria was newly born, there was no scarcity. Nigeria was lending money to World Bank, lending money to UK and some other countries. Nigeria was spending as much as $61 billion for South Africa's freedom. So there was no hunger or poverty then. It is mismanagement that has brought us to where we are now. Now the president must know that hunger is very, very pregnant now. Heavily pregnant, and the fetus that is inside inside hunger is anger. So it's better for the president to make sure that they don't allow hunger to give birth to that baby, because it is anger that is going to give birth to. So there must be what they call when they want to terminate a pregnancy.
Abortion.
There must be abortion.
Right.
Of the pregnancy of hunger.
Right.
Now.
Okay, let's take some comments on Facebook now. That's 32FM 949 Fenye. Ayolamide says military salary increase is a good step, but it must be done. It must be more than news super headline. It should be fully implemented with better pay, modern weapons, quality equipment, and improved welfare, I should say, for our soldiers. Those who risk their lives for Nigeria deserve real support, not just promises. Inafoje Peter says, good morning in the studio. What's happening in Osun State shows that some politicians are ready to steal, grab, and run away with power. Since President Tinubu is supposed to preach fair and fair elections, said that everything is fair in politics. Samson Ademoagun says, good morning in the studio. I'm glad to hear that the federal government has approved salary increase for our junior military cadre. This development will make them to be more diligent in their day-to-day activities, but this policy must not just be a mere statement. It must be fully implemented. Sulaiman Sharif says, good morning and kudos to everyone. This is commendable. From 30% to 80% salary hike for armed forces personnel. The federal government should add a good insurance policy for them and also free education from their children. There should be no delay in the implementation. Our armed forces really deserve it. Okedro Abatide says, let Nigerian join politics at the world level to have a voice on who will represent them. Only very few people at the world level, and they can easily be bought. If knowledgeable people participate at the world level, we will see credible people representing us. He says, when the righteous are in power, the people rejoice. The likes of 𝐒𝐈𝐒 and all saw all of these men when they were whining and dining with the administration. What goes around comes around, and it is hurting them. Amechi should face YUSUF. They know themselves. After all, they are both from River State. Amechi even declared that he will go one-on-one when campaigns begin. It is going to be interesting. They are just playing politics with the visit of Cardinal. Cardinal was right in his submission, but federal government alone is not the problem. The state governors too are culpable. Hopefully the Cardinal can visit all the state governors too. The governors kill the local government for political gains. Thank you, dear listener, for your comment and your call. Thank you, Mr. Femi Olukole, for your analysis this morning. Don't forget to join us on Papers Review every weekday 6:30 to 7:30 and on Saturday 6 to 7 a.m. Stay tuned to your laughter station, and Tinubu will be here in the next couple of minutes on the Smart Kids Show. My name is OLORUNTOBA. YUSUF. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday morning. Bye for now.